What's up, Code Crushers? Welcome back to our channel. Today, we are diving into an essential topic in web development, centering a dev element on a web page. Whether you are just starting or a seasoned developer, mastering this skill will open the way to you to position elements correctly and easily within your websites, which creates visually appealing layouts. So, let's tackle the question. How do we center a div in HTML and CSS? There are multiple methods to achieve this, and I'll guide you through some of the most commonly used approaches. The first method is by using CSS Flexbox, which is incredibly flexible and powerful tool of CSS. With just a few lines of code, we can center a div horizontally and vertically. As you can see right here, I've prepared this little sample of web page to test and learn how to add the CSS Flexbox effect to our web page. Okay, this web page contains two divs. The one here in blue is the container div, and the one here in gray is the target div. So, our aim is to center this gray div horizontally and vertically using the CSS Flexbox. As we can see here in the code editor, we have two files, the index.html and the styles.css. The index.html contains the HTML code that built our website. Okay, as we can see here, we have two divs. The first one is the container div of the class container. The second one is the target div of the class sample underscore div. And here in the styles, we have little designs to improve the shape of our divs. Okay, now we want to start centering this sample underscore div element using Flexbox. To do that, we should add the code to its parent element, to the container right here, not to the element itself. We should add it to its parent element. Okay, let's note that whenever you want to use the Flexbox property in CSS, and to enable its other properties, we should change the display property into flex. This is the first step. So by doing that, we enabled the other properties to be applied to the container element. Let us center the sample underscore div element horizontally with its parent element. Okay, we can do that by a simple way by adding the justify content element and setting it to center. Let's save and refresh our page, and as you can see, the element was directly horizontally centered with its parent element. What about vertically alignment? Okay, we can also do that easily by triggering the align items element and setting it also to center. Let's save and refresh. And as we can see, the gray element was accurately centered within its parent element, and we achieved our goal by centering it using the CSS Flexbox property. Another method to center a div is by using CSS Grid. While it may require a bit more code in many cases, it offers precise control over the layout. As in the Flexbox method, you should at first set the display property to grid to enable all its characteristics on the parent element. Okay, let's change display to grid. And now we can use any property related to this tool. After that, you can directly center the div both horizontally and vertically by triggering the place items property and setting its value to center. Okay, so let's add place items property and set its value to center. Okay, now let's save our code and open the browser, refresh. And as you can see, we successfully centered the div both horizontally and vertically using the CSS grid with the same results of the last method. Okay, I want to add a small note. If it's the first time you know about CSS Grid tool, don't worry. Now, in 2023, it's supported in many browsers, according to caniuse.com, which is this website. As you can see, it's supported by many or all websites. So you can use it freely without any fear of browser compatibility. Last but not least, a classic technique to horizontally center a div is by using the merge auto trick. This method works best for horizontally aligning elements. Now let's edit the merge property of the sample div element. Different from the last steps, the code in this step should be added in the target element itself, because you are changing the margin, which is the outer space of the element, which is that to be more specific. Okay. The value that should be added to the merge property is 0 and auto, which means 0 for the top and bottom of the element, and auto for the left and right of it. Okay, let's save our code, refresh our browser, and as you can see, the element is horizontally centered. Okay, in this example, by setting a width to the div, which is very important, and applying merge 0 auto, the browser calculates equal margins on the left and right of the element, effectively centering the div horizontally within its parent container. And by that, we finished centering the div in the classic way. And there you have it, Code Crushers. These methods offer versatile ways to center a div element in your web design project. Whether you prefer Flexbox, CSS Grid, or the classic merge trick, mastering these techniques will significantly enhance your layout skills. Thank you for tuning in. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to smash that like button, share it with your fellow developers, and hit subscribe for more awesome web development tutorials. Until next time, happy coding!